All right, hope everyone's having a great day. Let's analyze the executive branch quiz, which we took at the beginning of the third quarter. And this quiz is 50% of you got an 85% or above, and 50% of you got below an 85%. So there was some significant tough ones on this quiz that I want to go over. Question 1 should have been a 100%. That wasn't. It was only 90%. It's a little disappointing. Let's look at question 2. So question 2 was 60% got it right. This is just, we did an exit ticket on this, and this is directly from your study guide. So ways the executive branch influences policymaking. How does the president, how does the vice president, the cabinet, how do they influence how laws are made and executed and kind of brought to the people? And one way they do that is by B, appealing directly to the people. Okay? So they could talk to the people in a speech, in a commercial, actually going out and meeting with people. All right? A is the media, C is interest groups, and D is the legislative branch. So none of those make sense for us. All right, let's go down to question 4. You're pretty good on question 3. Question 4, cabinet, regulatory agencies, that's your bureaucracy. What is their job? Their main job is to execute, enforce, carry out laws. So B would be the correct answer there. Okay? Remember, Congress passes bills that are laws, parts of the executive, legislative branch. The title of this quiz was executive branch. So you saw legislative branch, you see passing bills and the laws. Those things should have been just canceled right away. Because you're like, okay, this is an executive branch quiz. So we're talking about executing, enforcing, carrying out laws. Alright, it's pretty good on 5 and 6, but let's look at 7. You got bureaucracy, cabinet, really on number 6 and 7 mixed up a little bit. So if we look at both of these. So the president appoints members of the cabinet. Those are the people that are in the, leaders of the departments, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense. The bureaucracy is going to be the day-to-day operations. This is where your parents would most likely work, in the federal bureaucracy. Okay? So you got to make sure you have those definitions straightened out. 8 to 15 is your 8 roles of the president. And for the most part, there were some that were easier than others. Some were examples like number 8 and number 9 that you did pretty well on, and number 10 as well. 11 was a little bit of a struggle. It looked like a lot of you picked chief legislator. Remember here, what the president's doing is choosing members of the cabinet. So the cabinet is part of the executive branch. He's acting as chief executive. Okay, chief legislator is where he would sign a law, veto a law, suggest a law to Congress in the State of the Union address. Okay. All right. Number 12 again. There it is, right there. There's your chief legislator. We need to reform the current postal system. We need a new law here. A lot of you were confused. You're kind of all over the place. Chief citizen, chief executive, chief diplomat. Diplomats, foreign leaders. So that one has nothing to do with foreign leaders or foreign policy. 13 was okay. I think a lot of you picked chief citizen because you're like, oh, he's working with someone in the political party. Or he's not. He's working with someone in the political party. That's the correct answer. Maybe chief citizen. You're like, oh, he's going to a fundraiser. Yeah, a citizen could do that, but you see the word Democrat, you see the word Republican, you gotta think you're chief of party. 14 was the toughest one. And again, chief citizen, chief of party, two that are often confused. He's casting a vote, so I think a lot of you are thinking, okay, he's voting for his political party. But really, what's he doing? He's participating in an election, which is what a citizen does. It's one of your responsibilities as citizens. Okay, it doesn't say anything about Republican or Democrat or supporting anyone in his political party. It just says he's showing casting his vote. All right, 17 to 20 are checks and balances questions. And, you struggled a little bit here. Checks and balances and federalism are two different things. And a lot of you picked A there. But really what it's doing is checks and balances is making sure the three branches cannot abuse their power, and making sure that they check each other and keep each other in check when one does something, another has an action to approve or cancel that action. And then 18, you did okay there. Again, Congress, you should have saw that and said, okay, legislative branch A. President's checking Congress. 19, again, you did okay, but a lot of you were kind of all over the place. How can the president check the judicial branch? Well, the president can appoint judges, so that's a check. Okay, and then number 20 was another one where it was, 71%. How can the executive branch check the legislative branch? Congress. Okay, the president can veto laws. Congress can override the veto. That was C. Okay? Declaring laws unconstitutional. At this point, we hadn't talked about that, so you should have said, no, I don't even know what unconstitutional means. That's not even one of our vocab words. Okay? Approving a treaty with a foreign country is not a check. It's just a job of the president.